Good morning, students. Myself, Amandeep Singh Randhawa, myself faculty working in Axis Colleges. So today I am going to take your lecture of Pharmaceutics 1. We will talk about Pharmaceutics 1. It's a subject of D Pharma first year, right? And my topic is Introduction to Different Dosage Forms. This is the very first chapter, and this is the classification which tells us about the different dosage forms which are present in the market. So basically three types of dosage forms are there in the market. First is solid dosage forms, second is liquid dosage forms, third is semi-solid dosage forms, right? So today I am going to talk about solid dosage forms, and not all solid dosage forms, it's a very huge classification. I am going to talk about tablets, right? So in my next video, I will talk about this external type of solid dosage forms. So what are solid dosage forms? As the name suggests, the dosage form is in a solid state, right? Three types of states are there, as we all know: solid, liquid, and gas. And it's the state of solid. We can see by the presence of the dosage form that it's solid in nature. So basically, to further it classifies into two types. First is unit dosage form, second is bulk. Unit means single dosage form. We used to call it as a unit dosage form, single. And next is bulk. Bulk, as the name suggests, bulk means many dosage form, right? Like in a pack of Eno, it's a product of antacid which is available in the market. So it's an example of bulk dosage form, right? We can take so many dosage forms frequently by it. So that's why it's called bulk. So let's start with unit dosage form. Unit dosage forms, the further classifies into tablets, capsules, powders, pills, right? And bulk is further divided into external and internal. Now here terms comes internal. What is internal? The dosage form which we swallow, right? Which we swallow and it goes in our body from the food pipe, that is esophagus. Then we will call it as a internal, right? Internal dosage form. Like if you say some other dosage forms are there, like gargles are there, mouthwashes are there. They also used to take in mouth, and the application is to gargle it in a mouth. But we can't swallow that. The gargle mouthwash we don't swallow. So मुंह के अंदर रहती है, but it comes in external dosage form. So internal, we will talk about internal only to those dosage forms which we swallow it, right? And what is external? External means topically, means used to apply on the skin. That's called external, right? So there is various dosage forms other, like liquid dosage forms. Liquid dosage forms, in liquid dosage forms it classifies into basically two types, biphasic and monophasic. Now what is biphasic? As the name suggests, bi means two, right? So in biphasic dosage form, two phases are there. We can easily distinguish by seeing the dosage form that it has two phases. One is solid, other one is liquid, and the solid particles are dispersed in the liquid, right? They don't dissolve. If they get dissolved, then we will say it's a monophasic. It will termed as a solution and it will termed as a mixture. So in biphasic, we can see the solid particles, very minor solid particles, in micrometer the size is there, and they remain suspended or they remain dispersed in the solvent. Now the examples of biphasic liquid dosage forms are emulsion and suspension. Two examples are there. Emulsion. So in emulsion, there are two phases. As the name suggests, biphasic means two phase. So in emulsion, what are two phases? One is dispersed phase, another phase is dispersion medium, right? The other name of dispersed phase is discontinuous phase and internal phase. So there are three names of one phase and three names of another phase, that is dispersion medium, continuous phase and external phase, right? So in suspension also, in suspension the particles are suspended in the solvent. Two phases, we can easily judge. That's why it's named biphasic. Now comes to monophasic. Monophasic means single phase. The solute is easily dissolved get dissolved in the solvent. We can't distinguish it by normal, seeing, by normal watching. It looks like only single phase. And monophasic liquid dosage form further divides into two types, internal and external. Internal, as I discussed earlier also, in internal, syrups, elixirs, linctuses and drops are there, which we use to swallow it, right? Then goes into the stomach. From stomach it goes into the intestine, get absorbed. Absorbed means goes into the blood circulation. Now the another type of monophasic liquid dosage form is external. External means, as I talked earlier also, external means you have to apply it on the skin topically. Topically means on the skin. So various examples are there of monophasic liquid dosage forms, like liniments, lotions, throat paints, gargles, sprays, eye drops. So many are there. We will talk about later the whole classification. Then the third one is semi-solid dosage forms. As the name suggests, the dosage form is not of solid in nature, not of pure liquid in nature. It's in between solid and liquid. That's why we call it as a semi-solid dosage forms. It also divides into two types, internal and external. In internal, there are two types, suppositories and pessaries. These are, suppositories is a term used to talk about the dosage form which are used to instilled into the body cavities. It may be ear, it may be nose, it may be rectum, it may be vagina, right? And pessaries is a type of suppositories which are used to instill into the only into the vagina. And external semi-solid dosage form, the types, it comes, the examples are ointments, creams, pastes, jellies, right? We will talk this about later. Now let's talk about tablets. So these are the pictures of solid dosage forms which we are going to study now. So these are the various dosage form like tablets, capsules, lozenges, pills, right? Dentifrices, snuffs. So what are these? We will explain. I am going to explain one by one. So these are the different types of tablets. We know only one tablet. That's mostly sell in the medical stores. 80 to 90% the tablets sold in the medical stores are of oral tablets, right? So, but other tablets are also there that we usually don't know. The names are lozenges, buccal tablets, sublingual tablets, chewable tablets, right? Effervescent tablets and enteric-coated tablets. So what are these type? All these type of tablets we are going to learn today. Let's talk about oral tablets. As I have said earlier also, 80 to 90% tablets which are selling in the market comes under category of oral tablets. These are the tablets which are formed by two things. One is API, that is active pharmaceutical ingredient, and another one is excipients, right? What is active pharmaceutical ingredient? This is that type of ingredient which has therapeutic value, I mean which treats some disease. It's called API. So in tablet manufacturing, two things are very important. One is API, which treats the disease and it has therapeutic value. Another one is excipients. So many excipients are there. But first, what excipient do in the tablet? Excipient helps to make or helps to formation of tablet. Without excipients, tablet can't form, right? So many excipients are there, like binder, disintegrate, colorants are there, flavoring agents are there, है so many excipients are there. So by the help of these two, API and excipients, a tablet is formed. So here is the pic of tablet. Tablet comes in various shapes and sizes, as you see in the figure also. This is cylindrical in shape. Some tablets comes in, it is circular in shape, right? Some are oval in shape. So many shapes are there in the tablet and so many colors are also there. Now let's talk about lozenges. What are lozenges? The other name of lozenges is troches also, and in the first figure here you can see pastilles. We can say pastilles also, right? So the other name of lozenges are troches and pastiles. So let's talk about lozenges. What lozenges are? Why they are different from oral tablets? Lozenges are medicated solid preparations that need to be sucked inside the mouth until dissolved. What we do with oral tablet, we just take in a mouth, take a 1 or 2 sip of water and swallow it. This is oral tablet. Lozenges, we don't have to swallow it. We have to take it in a mouth, take it in a buccal cavity and use to suck. When we suck it, then all the ingredients that are present in the lozenges, it will come out in the mouth and it will get dissolved in the saliva and it is absorbed. So basically lozenges are used to relieve coughs, cough or sore throats. In Hindi we can say that जो गले की खराश वगैरह होती है उसको सूदिंग करने के लिए they are meant for. And here are some examples also. You might have seen in the medical stores. Strepsils is there. It comes in various flavors, honey and lemon. Cough lozenges are there. Vicks, sold by the company name by Vicks. So many lozenges are there and it treats the sore throat. Now comes buccal tablet. What is buccal tablet? Now first talk about what is buccal. Buccal is a space inside the mouth, right? So the tablet which is used to take inside the mouth, not to swallow, take inside the mouth, in between cheeks and gums, right? That's called buccal tablet. So this is the type of tablet which are administered by placing them between the gum and cheeks. So when you take this type of tablet in between your gums and cheeks, it will readily get dissolved, mixed with the saliva, then it absorbs through the mucosal lining of buccal cavity into the blood. It will not go in the stomach, get disintegrated, and it will bypass the liver metabolism also. The ingredients of buccal tablet get absorbed from mouth only, right? So it gives quick response. Like it says in the third point also, it avoids the acid and enzymatic action of stomach. Why? Because the environment of stomach, as we all know, it's acidic in nature. The pH is 2.5 to 3.5. It's highly acidic. Its enzymes are also there in stomach, which digest the proteins. Protein digesting enzymes are there in the stomach. So when our buccal tablet gets dissolved in the mouth, it will not go in the stomach and it will bypass the gastric juice environment. And liver also. Liver metabolism, as the other name of liver metabolism is first pass metabolism. It will bypass that also. So our drug is not going to go in stomach or go in liver. It will dissolve in the mouth and it will get absorbed from the mouth only. Examples are some vasodilators and steroidal hormones. What are vasodilators? The drugs used to dilate the blood vessels, which carries blood from the heart to the other parts of our body. So this is buccal tablet. Now next is excuse me. Next is sublingual tablet. What is sublingual tablet? The tablet used to place beneath the tongue, right? We have to take this tablet and kept in beneath the tongue, ज़बान के नीचे हम इसको रखेंगे. From there it will get absorbed like buccal tablet from the gastric mucosa directly into the blood stream. It will not go in stomach or else. It will get dissolved in the mouth and absorbed in the blood. In this also the action is very fast, very quick, right? And it is the second fastest route after IV administration. As we all know, there are so many routes of administration. Oral is there, that like we are explaining here, oral, right? Some other routes like topical is there, intravenous is there. If we talk about parenteral routes like IV, IM, intramuscular, SC, subcutaneous, and ophthalmic products are there, na? So they are very fast route. The action is very fast because the injection is directly going into the veins of our body, directly into the blood. So the action is very fast. So after that, the fast action is of sublingual tablets, right? Fastest route after IV administration. Example is trinitrate tablet. We also used to call as NG, that is nitroglycerin tablet, right? The heart patients used to take this type of nitroglycerin tablet in the form of sublingual tablet. They used to kept in their pocket, right? When they feel angina, I mean chest pain, they just take it out from their pocket, the nitroglycerin sublingual tablet, place it beneath the tongue, and it will readily get dissolved, get absorbed in the blood, and they will get relief, right? Because why? Because it is the second fastest route. Now next is chewable tablet. What is chewable tablet? As the name suggests, it has to be chew in the mouth, right? No need to swallow, no need to sucking, just chewing the tablet. We have to, this tablet is meant to be chewed to make it broken down to smaller pieces. So this will increase the surface area exposed for the dissolution process and allow medicines that are released to be absorbed more quickly. After chewing the tablet, when tablet get chewed up, the tablet will break it. The tablet break into smaller particles, and by this the surface area increases. As the surface area increases, the dissolution time reduces. It will readily get dissolved fast. The dissolution will be very fast. That as the dissolution is fast, it will get absorbed in the blood very fast, right? So to make the action fast, some drugs are formulated in chewable tablet. And second advantage of chewable tablet is that some people have, they feel uncomfortable while swallowing the tablet. To avoid their discomfort, they can easily chew. But when they chew, you may say that the bitter taste, how they can chew? It will masked by the addition of flavoring agents. Some flavoring agents are added in this type of chewable tablet, like chocolate flavor is there, strawberry flavor is there, When you chew the tablet, you will not feel the bitter taste of drug. They will mask the bitter taste of drug, and you will easily chew it. And after chewing, you can easily swallow it. Like elderly patients are there, children are there, right? They don't feel comfortable while swallowing the tablets. So for those type of patients, elderly and children's, chewable tablet is the best option. And second advantage, that it is also used if the dose given is too large. If the dose is too large, means the size of tablet is big. When the size of tablet is big, you can't swallow it. You feel difficulty in swallowing the large size tablet. So the large size tablet means large dosage form can be formulated in the chewable tablet type. So many tablets are there in the market in the form of chewable tablet, like multivitamins are there, then albendazole tablet is there. Albendazole is a salt for the deworming of our body. It mostly comes in chocolate flavor. So this is all about chewable tablet. Now next type of tablet is effervescent tablet. Now what is effervescent tablet? As the name suggests, effervescent tablet, it effervescence. What it effervescence? It effervescence gas, right? Gas, what type of gas? CO2, carbon dioxide gas. When we use this type of tablet, this tablet effervescence what? CO2 gas, carbon dioxide gas. So two basically ingredients are must in formulating of this type of effervescent tablet. What? Very first is bicarbonate and second is acid. These two ingredients are must in the formulation of effervescent tablets. Why? Because in the presence of water, the bicarbonate and acids, they react in the presence of water and they release CO2 gas. That's why its name is effervescent tablet, because it effervescents CO2. Now what CO2 do? There must be some uses of CO2, na? That's why we have made effervescent tablet. Now what CO2 do? CO2 do two basic things. First, it will mask the bitter taste of drug. It will mask the bitter taste of ingredients of this tablet. Second, it will help the enzymes to come out from the gastric environment, the gastric juices. The enzymes will come out and it will help in the metabolism. So gas produced from the reaction of bicarbonate with citric or tartaric acid to facilitate the process of dissolving the medicine also. Examples are antacid tablets, like Pepfis tablet is there, which is sold in the market by the name of Pepfis. It's an antacid tablet. So how we can use Pepfis tablet? You just take one tablet, it's big in size, take a 1 glass of water and put that tablet into the 1 glass of water. It will readily dissolve, very fast dissolution is there, and it will effervescence the CO2 gas. We don't have to wait to neutralize our glass. We have to take, जैसे CO2 निकलेगी हमें उसी टाइम उसको जो है swallow करना है. Why? Because there are so many advantages of CO2, right? We have to take the CO2 in our body. So as the effervescence, before the effervescence gets ceases, we have to take the glass. Now next type of tablet comes is enteric coated tablet. Now as the name suggests, this type of tablet have some type of coating, right? As the word suggests, coated means it is having some type of coating on it. What type of coating? Some polymers are there, methyl cellulose, ethyl cellulose coating is there. Why this type of coating is needed to make enteric coated tablet, right? See, some drugs are there which get degraded in the gastric juice. Why they get degraded? Because some drugs are degraded in the acidic pH. Because the gastric juice have acidic pH, as we all know, the pH is of 2.5, 3.5 is there. So in acidic pH, the drug get deteriorated. Deteriorated means it will alter the physical and chemical properties of the drug. तो उससे बचाने के लिए कि हमारी ड्रग पेट में जाके खराब ना हो जाए, but it will go in the stomach as the process. When we swallow the tablet will go from the food pipe directly into the stomach. So पेट में तो जानी है, and there is the gastric juices are there. The pH is acidic. अपनी ड्रग को कैसे बचाएं? हम अपनी ड्रग को बचाएंगे बाय एंटेरिक कोटेड. हम कोटिंग कर देंगे. किसकी? ऐसे पॉलीमर की कोटिंग करेंगे which will not degrade in the acidic pH. It will bypass the gastric juice or gastric environment. It will go in the intestine, small intestine, and the pH of small intestine is alkaline. Our drug, हमारी ड्रग बच गई पेट में. It will bypass the stomach or gastric juice pH. It will go in the intestine. There it will get dissolved. Right? हमारे ingredients अगर पेट में ही ड्रग टैबलेट हमारी डिग्रेड हो जाती, डिज़ोल्व हो जाती, डिसइंटीग्रेट हो जाती, डिज़ोल्व हो जाती, तो जो इंग्रेडिएंट्स थे हमारे एसिडिक पीएच में ख़राब हो जाते हैं, हमारा मोटो ख़राब हो जाता, ख़त्म हो जाता. तो उसको बचाने के लिए हमने क्या किया? हमने कोटिंग करी. कोटिंग से क्या हुआ? गैस्ट्रिक इन्वायरमेंट को टैबलेट ने बाईपास किया, उसमें डिसइंटीग्रेट नहीं हुई, गैस्ट्रिक जूस में डिसइंटीग्रेट नहीं हुई. टैबलेट चली गई कहाँ? स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन में. स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन में था एल्कलाइन पीएच, वहाँ पे जाके ड्रग हमारी टैबलेट हमारी डिसइंटीग्रेट हो गई, इंग्रेडिएंट्स बाहर निकले, डिज़ोल्व हुए, एब्जॉर्ब हुए, हमारे इंग्रेडिएंट्स बच गए. तो उनको बचाने के लिए ये इस टाइप की टैबलेट यूज़ की जाती है बाय द नेम ऑफ एंटेरिक कोटेड टैबलेट्स. नेक्स्ट टाइप ऑफ टैबलेट्स इज देयर पिल्स. अब ये मार्केट में ज़्यादा चलती नहीं है, पहले चलती थी. राउंड शेप की होती है, एक्स शेप की होती है, इसका मैन्युफैक्चरिंग थोड़ा ऐसा है कि इसमें कई कमियां हैं, सो मैनी डिसएडवांटेजेस आर देयर, तभी तो मार्केट से इसको विड्रॉ कर लिया गया, अब मार्केट में बिकती नहीं है पिल्स। सो पिल्स आर नाउ रेयरली यूज्ड, द यूजुअल वेट वाज फ्रॉम 100 to 300 mg, जो इसका वेट होता था दैट इज ऑफ 100 to 300 mg, राइट। सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट